28 days out from a world championship.
Uh-huh.
You feel like you're the most prepared you've ever been?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I've done from everything I know and I've learned over the years, certainly I'm doing the most specific preparation that I could do. Undoubtedly, I live basically in the terrain. I live at the altitude. I train in the conditions. I'm doing lots of aerobic work, upper aerobic work, doing a decent amount of volume, doing a lot of threshold work, not doing a ton of anaerobic work, really practicing fueling, really getting a sense of losses in the conditions, getting a sense of sodium to carbs to fluid intake and my absorption abilities. So it's a massive puzzle, you know? I don't know if I can ever master it, if anyone can ever master it. But yeah, I think I would say so. This will be my best year. What does that mean? It could be 12th place, you know what I mean? It don't mean anything. We wouldn't have left till 11:30 is the problem, right? Did you? Oh.
So it's a big training day.
Yeah.
Have you been inspired by Christian Blumenfeld? Now you're going to do big training days?
I actually messaged Coach and I was like, I should be allowed to run at least an hour off the bike if Christian gets to run 2 hours off the bike. And he said, I'd rather you bike longer than run that long off the bike. So we get that big workout soon enough next week. Today though, it's just, literally it's been 1 week since the race. I've done a full week of training, most training I've ever done the week after a race. Ran 40K yesterday, and now we're gonna do 5 hours on the bike with some Mount Lemmon repeats at upper aerobic threshold, and then just an easy run. Coach would not buy into me running several hours off the bike, so I only get 30 minutes, but we'll do it straight up the mountain. Approaching heat stroke, that's for sure. My legs are actually not that bad, but it's effing hot. Ari, would you say it's hot out? Or you like it a bit hotter?
It's mild.
Hey?
What's the temperature?
The average temp, according to this thing, was 32°C.
What's next on the agenda?
Just a 30-minute uphill run, just to descent, because this is mainly psychological stuff now, which, you don't really need, but the first 5K of the St. George course is straight uphill, so let's just do the first 6 miles or something of, no, we won't get 6. We'll only get probably 4 up miles straight uphill.
What was the intervals, the workout?
It ended up being 2.5 hours at 290 to 310. So I did make 2.5 inside of it, all 290 or better. Towards the end there, I was definitely starting to blow a bit, but I do believe it was mainly heat. There's literally no cooling when you're going uphill with a tailwind, right? The core just gets so hot.
It's a lot of volume.
What is?
What you're doing right now. Could you imagine doing this going into Coeur d'Alene last year?
Not having run 40K the day before, no. I mean, whatever, it's just one workout if you look at it by itself is not really relevant, right? It's kind of the holistic plan, you know what I mean? I did do Oceanside 1 week ago, which was a lifetime best run, so it's like I did a full set of workouts on Wednesday. It's just, you can't look at anything in and of itself. You've got to look at the whole program, bird's eye view. Bird's eye view, these guys are insane. Absolute insanity. I feel like I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right.
These dudes are pretty next level though, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
oh, I know. Sam just rode 6 hours and 30 minutes to the top of Mount Lemmon.
yeah. I wasn't talking about Sam, but
Do you get inspired by them?
I mean, you get inspired and discouraged. They're pretty extreme. I used to think myself as a pretty extreme guy. I may be outclassed in this one. All right, shall we go for a little run? Hold on, I need the old GPS here. Unless that beep was the GPS.
Is this piss or is this salt? Or a combination?
Both. Oh yeah, the yellow, that's pee. All that.
Where's the yellow?
It's about 15 grams, 20 grams of salt.
You had yellow pea guy?
It's yellow pea.
What the hell?
So 6.5 pounds down.
So can you replace your losses or can you only limit them?
I have to limit them. Fortunately, the bike is in the morning, so that the temp, even, I mean, at this time, this is a pretty hot day. I don't know, it's hard to say, but that's pretty good for me. It's longer than the bike, right? And I'm down 6.5 after 5.5 hours. The bike run in an Ironman is around 7 hours. So we have another hour and a half. I can still function. I mean, I'm nearing the limits at 10 pounds. 10 pounds is like the limit of deficit. So the sweat rate quite high here due to doing all the intervals uphill tailwind. So the sweating was very high. But that's really good for me. That's been a very good day. As you can see, I'm pretty cognizant right now. And this was a good session. It was hard, very hard, but a good session.
Been what, a 6 hour day?
5.5. Admittedly, it was pretty hard. I did 40K the day before, so that obviously is going to contribute to it. I did my best run off the bike in Oceanside literally 6 days prior. So those things all contribute. So it's always difficult to fully, dissect how much of it was lingering fatigue and how much of it is just the fact that you're riding pretty hard for 5 hours. It was a bit warm, but these are all factors that are going to be at play in St. George. And so we still have 3 more of those long sessions. I know from my training in 2017 going into Kona that it took me about 4 or 5 hour rides at pretty good intensity to feel competent over 5 hours. And so we have 3 more. We've done 2 now. So we'll be there, we'll be ready. We've always planned to peak in St. George. And so I do believe everything is pointing towards a good peak in St. George.